and welcome to the Hope Hotline. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I'm so happy it's the weekend.
It's almost here.
I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like my job is bad. It's not. It's a beautiful thing.
It's not like your job ends today.
Yeah, right. That's true too.
That's what most people are excited for.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Something about Saturday.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's like knowing it's kind of like yours. And then I just get up. It's leisure.
Yeah.
I still get up early.
Yeah.
I mean, do my Bible time, but I'm not feeling like I have to be somewhere.
Rush. Yeah, I know. There's something about that.
There is, man.
I agree.
Because normally when I get up, I know that I'm going to be getting up, and then after I do my Bible time, I feel like I'm on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
I don't like that.
Yep.
Because I have to go to the gym or I have to do something, right?
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, it's just me.
I know.
I don't know. There's something special about that.
There is something special about that. Oh, hey. TikTok
What is that?
Live. I'm on TikTok Live with you.
Hot diggity.
Trying at least.
Peace. So it's a beautiful thing. I'm looking forward to the weekend. What about you girls? Get anything good to do?
Well, it's Father's Day weekends.
It is.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Jeff is going away on a charter boat for 12 hours
On Saturday?
tomorrow with Tom.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a really
Captain
long
Tom.
time.
They're going to have a great time.
I am not.
You're not
so
going.
I'm staying behind.
Why are you not going?
The thought of being on a boat for 12 hours does not appeal to me.
12 hours is a really long time.
Yeah.
That's a really long
No,
time.
thank you. I plan on cleaning out my fridge and my pantry, which
Oh,
actually
my gosh. That
excites
sounds
me.
appealing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for a reset. I've let it go for too long.
Oh, man. I need to clean out my refrigerator.
Oh, I just did that.
I'm not doing it, though.
I
I
just
know.
did it. It was.
That's my.
It was needed.
I have a hot date with my refrigerator tomorrow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I've done my pantry.
Yeah, I
but-
did that too.
I have to do my pantry all the time.
Yeah. Mine's
I
pretty
should
regular.
do my pantry all the time. I don't.
I don't necessarily like Talia is a Nazi over expiration dates.
Yes.
I don't do.
She
I
is.
don't. It's not. It's the cleaning and the wiping down. I'm not going to Nazi myself over expiration dates. She feels like she'll die
Yeah.
if she eats anything that's past the expiration date.
Yes.
Her mother's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
They will live and not die. What is that?
It's like a mental
You're not
block.
going to get sick.
Rotten cheese? Yeah, I will.
Blue
Oh, my-
cheese. I eat that on purpose.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tracy, do you eat things past the expiration date?
Yeah, as long as it smells okay.
Thank you. What
Yeah.
about you? I mean, not. I
100%.
won't like
If it's
hot
got-
dogs and things like that. Meat.
Yeah.
I'm drawing the line
I know
on
that
meat.
that's a little tough, but if it's I have a sniffer, so like if it's
Yes.
a little sour, nope, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, but literally, if it could be a Keurig of coffee.
Oh yeah.
No. I
What?
mean, I thought when her mother found out that she had a Keurig cup
Yeah.
of coffee that was expired.
I didn't know those expired.
Oh, apparently they do. If you're a expiration date Nazi, you
Oh my
fiend that out.
gosh.
Where is
And
that
like literally, Tom
On the
pretty
pod?
much is like,
itself?
Oh my gosh.
yes, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The expiration date,
Wow.
freakish thing that Talia is like. She's petrified, literally like a
I
roach
feel like
petrified.
that needs to be crucified.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that I don't want to eat disgusting old food. I won't eat chips that are expired, not because I'm scared I'll get sick, but they taste horrible, number
Not
one.
true.
Number two, every single one I've
Number
had
two.
that was in there is
Okay,
disgusting.
all right, but here's the thing. That's because they were in that room and they did get stale. That is true. But on the whole,
No, right,
on
I'll
the
try it,
whole-
and if it's fine, I'll eat it. But
on the whole, things that are expired, like a bag of chips that are expired, are not bad.
right.
On the
so
whole,
many
but she would not eat
preservatives in
them. But she's not going to eat them.
Who comes up with
I
that
will if they
date
taste
anyway?
fine.
Uh huh. Thank you. Just like the 6 foot distancing.
Right?
Thank
Who
you.
comes up with that date
Who came up with
anyway?
that? Probably.
I don't care. I'm sticking by it. It's there. I'm fine.
And if I get a little diarrhea, YOLO. You know what I mean?
Hey.
I mean, it's ridiculous
I mean-
to be that scared of an expiration date.
Scared. I
Like,
just
yeah,
don't
then
want
okay,
it.
then you
I'd
should eat
rather
it.
Not eat it
Why?
because I can just go buy a fresh new one. I like.
If
fresh
it's
things.
perfectly good food, why?
'Cause it's not
There's
perfect.
starving kids in
You
Africa.
just said the reason you weren't going to do it is because you didn't want to get sick. Okay,
certain things like
that's
cheese and
fear
stuff,
of
yeah.
being sick, which means
Call it out.
fear.
Call it out.
Fear.
Faith
That's
over
the
fear.
truth.
Yeah. Kelly Drennan also will throw it out the second it hits the expiration date. What a waste.
What
Give
a
it to me.
waste.
I'll eat it.
Exactly.
So many
I'll
kids
take
in
it.
Africa starving.
So many kids, probably in America and like West Virginia.
It's ridiculous.
Saying.
Just ridiculous.
It's expired. I'm not eating it.
Okay, well, obviously, if it smells, we're
No,
not
I'm
eating
not
it.
eating it.
I
If it
just
smells.
I'll eat a bag of chips if it's expired. If it tastes fine, but I don't like to eat food that's like not to like it's like premium taste.
There's
Like,
nothing wrong
It
with some
doesn't
expired
mean
food.
that it's not at its premium taste. Somebody made up that date. Okay, that doesn't mean that that date is
Right.
actual factual.
Preach.
Probably Joe
That's
Biden.
what we've tried to tell her.
That's fine if it tastes fine. I'll eat it, but not if it tastes gross.
She doesn't even ever.
Yeah.
You don't even give it a chance.
Someone has never been poor, and it shows.
Oh,
Oh my gosh,
good.
super funny. That apple does not fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
Ask her mother.
Yeah, she said in the comments she gets it from me.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
I mean, literally, I had to talk her into having a Keurig
That's so funny.
that was past its expiration date. She's like, I don't know, and I'm like, please, woman.
Oh,
She did drink it because she was desperate.
Did she grow an extra head?
No, but she was not liking it.
That's so funny.
not liking it.
She was not. I mean, the
all
coffee
have
was
our thing.
fine. She said the coffee. The thing is, she's
course it
honest. They're
was.
all honest. That's the.
Yeah. You know what? We
It was totally fine, but
right.
Tracy, you won't repeat an outfit.
Okay, you have to
It's true.
pretend this. I'm not
It's
saying
true.
for what.
Oh.
but you have to pretend.
Oh, here we
Hold up.
go.
Wait a minute.
It's time. It's time.
Hold up. Wait a minute. We're not talking about that.
Exactly.
wait a minute.
Vanessa only gets to bash
let's
us.
back the
We don't get to bash
up.
her.
Back the truck up. What are you
No,
talking about?
we're gonna move
Wait a
on.
minute.
What's our first question,
I
guys?
know what the 10 is.
What's
I remember.
what's our
I
first
remember now.
question?
I remember now.
It's a tism.
It is. But what are you talking about? You won't wear the same outfit twice.
I don't love wearing the same outfit
She's
more
not
than
an
once. I've
outfit
got to spread it
repeater.
out like really far. But it's probably my parasites.
It
I mean,
probably
they're
is.
probably like, don't do it. You'll look dumb.
Yeah.
My parasite.
I don't know. I don't like wearing the same thing multiple times.
Nope.
Your closet must have
Right.
a lot of clothes in it.
No, I just cycle.
That's also-
They're just gone. Goodwill, don't tell Cindy. Cindy does not
like
want
the
you to give anything to Goodwill. But yes, no, I just get rid of things a lot.
Oh my gosh.
But then you have to buy things.
True.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
So we all have our thing.
We all have
Oh
our
my
things.
gosh.
We do.
Mine
I'm perfect,
is at least
man.
free.
I'm perfect. I'm not afraid of expirations. I don't have to count to 10, and I definitely wear the same outfits more than once.
You are perfect. Man, if we could only be more like
I got it
Hope.
How
going
does it
on.
be like to be God's favorite?
Yeah. Or just be
I
perfect.
don't know.
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
It's hard to be me. That's all I'm going to say.
True.
A lot of people would not want a duplicate of me, though.
Like who?
Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
Ask Talia right now.
She's twitching. Her eye just flickered a little bit.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Sometimes. When you're bad, it's like not that bad. So that's what's great about it.
What do you mean?
It's
See?
like if like
Go ahead, speak in. They want to hear.
Not if you're bad, but like that's not what I meant.
I'm off
You know
when
what I
I'm
mean?
off.
But, like if you're like you got like little like
Having a
toot
rough
or
day?
whatever,
When I got
yeah.
a
Or
toot,
spicy?
when
But
I'm
it's still
spicy.
not that bad. You know what I mean? Like most people like blow up. Like,
Yeah.
You never blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I try not to. I used to. I try not to. I used to, though.
Okay. See?
Yeah.
Progress.
That's growth.
That is growth.
Fasting.
Yes.
But like
Yes.
at the meeting the other day,
Yeah.
and our staff meeting,
Yeah.
Tom was like, "You're in a bad mood." I'm like, "I was not in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Was not in a bad mood at all." He's like, "You sure we're acting?" I was like, "No, I was in. My brain was in
Yeah.
overload, and I was in the zone. That's what we call it in my house.
Yeah.
Call it in the zone. Well, mainly, which he didn't understand, mainly it was because of my car not having oil in it. That freaked me out.
Okay. That was
I've had
annoying.
my car blow up because there's no oil in it.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, I ruined a complete vehicle because it ran out of oil.
How does it run out if you go past way over the oil change date? Is that how it runs out?
Well,
We can ask
you mean
Nick
the mileage?
when he comes.
Well, I called Nick, and thank God, and he told me. Well, by the time I went to the meeting, I didn't know until after, I think, or I had just found out. I don't know, but I was still like. And then I was dealing with attorney stuff that I was having to get to them before the meeting, in between my oil. I was like this inside. I was like. My brain, like, okay, did I mess something up, because I did mess something up?
Right.
I was like, did I fix that? Did I do that? I'm literally in my mind, and then I was trying to take notes. So I was in overload.
Yeah.
And when I'm like that, I'm like, I can barely focus.
Right.
I'm like,
That stuff's big though. Like that stuff you have to hyper focus on. Not necessarily the oil thing. That's like
oh no, that was probably more important to me than the attorney thing. I ain't gonna lie. I was.
You just needed prayer for that.
Okay.
I blew
know,
up
but it's
a
not gonna
whole
happen
car.
again.
A whole car engine had to be replaced in
my
that car.
gosh.
It was my dad had to do it too. Like,
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. I think cars are different now. Let's ask Nick when he comes. By the
oh no,
way.
you can still blow it up. He just said to me, he's
Yeah.
like, "You're fine. It
Yeah.
didn't overheat." But then I started thinking,
Right.
well, I barely saw the oil light come on. So did it overheat or did it not overheat? So every smell
This
the
sounds
car
like-
was making, I was like, does that mean
You want to
something?
hear something?
This sounds like-
I drove with the oil check
Yeah.
light on
Yes.
for like almost a year.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Wait
know
a
what
minute,
I did for
though.
almost a
But
year?
you still are having oil put in your car,
No,
correct?
ma'am.
No,
No, ma'am.
no, she didn't.
I know.
Did you drive very much?
I did.
And it never overheated?
It didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Cars
like
are different
a
now.
miracle.
But she held her thoughts captive.
I did.
Like literally,
I
that's
was
like
like, I
a,
had zero thoughts.
miraculous, like somebody who's on a tank of gas for a year.
She was childlike faith, Hope. That's the difference between you didn't hold your thoughts captive.
Me and you.
You let them
because-
run wild.
Oh, I listen.
And
like
it stole your
they
peace.
went right over the Niagara Falls because my thoughts were off the chain.
'Cause
I
you had too
literally
much
was freaking out
information.
inside.
I didn't know your car
Yeah.
could like blow up.
Right.
Because
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
have that
Right,
information
right.
in my
That's
head
what I'm
stored.
saying. Right.
Now that I know, I might be a little bit more.
No, you won't.
Well, the thing is like right now, I was telling her, right now, we've had so much money going out between the garage and there's just so many things I'm thinking. And then
I know.
another car had a problem. So literally I'm sitting there going, I just need to catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I get
And-
it.
Yeah.
And
Same.
now I'm one more
Right.
thing because like every time you think you're gonna,
I know.
so I was literally like, oh my gosh, I totally destroyed my car,
But you didn't.
You
but I didn't.
No, you
You
didn't.
didn't.
But inside, I was like thinking, and along with trying to focus, I was like, I just barely can be in this meeting because my mind is not here.
Oh.
It's at Nick's shop.
Yeah, along with other places, like all of the.
I mean, you could have just got it towed. Worst case scenario.
I know a great towing
You do.
company,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
but I don't want to have to get my car fixed.
I know.
I know that's the worst.
That is the worst.
Then you then you don't have a car, the whole thing. So I was literally not like I wasn't freaking out, but my mind was consumed.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So,
You weren't
but
present.
normally I'm just I don't know. I can be grouchy, but when I'm grouchy, it usually is like 2 seconds, maybe
Yeah.
5 minutes. Ask my kids. Ask Heather. They get the brunt of my grouchiness more than anybody.
Yeah.
Happens.
They might feel differently.
I don't think so. They've said the same thing as Talia.
Teresa's
quick.
trying to make me feel better right now.
No, it's true. You were there for it. You were present. They do.
Oh.
It's just like they're like, yeah, it's not that bad.
I don't like it.
They know
that
how
much.
much you love them, so they're just like, nah.
when I had one big thing.
Yeah.
When I had a blowout.
You're not like a grudge holder for
I
people
don't-
that you love.
Yeah.
Like you're
Oh,
just,
yeah,
you know what I
no.
mean?
For
Like
people that you love.
I'm not a grudge holder, period.
I don't think you are either.
Yeah, because I can't afford that.
Right. Right.
Nobody, listen, don't ever hold a grudge.
Right.
It's not worth it. I don't know what big blow up thing you. Oh, Christmas. Yeah, Christmas.
See how quickly she forgets? Right. Because you don't hold grudges.
That was that. Listen, that's probably the worst. That's the maddest I've been.
Oh.
That's what Tom said. He was like, in the how many years I've been married to her, I've never seen her.
Oh.
That
Whoopsies.
was on Christmas Day.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't my fault.
Okay.
But Christmas Day, I don't think I've ever been that mad.
Oh no.
I can't recall ever being that mad.
Yeah.
I was- but you know what? I'm big on family harmony.
Yeah, me too.
I'm big on family harmony, and I don't like when it's not.
Right.
I think everybody should, like, whatever you do, you're always like this when it comes to your family.
Yeah.
Nobody should ever have, like, there should never be dissension, strife. I mean, you can get mad at each other, but you don't, like make proclamations of, I'm done with this person.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody should always stick together. You just know
Preserve.
that in this moment, in this particular time,
Yeah.
we're mad at each other,
Right.
but in 30 minutes, we're getting over it.
That's what I tell people, even about like our business. I say, like, at every opportunity, you should preserve everybody in the company. Even if there's something that you dislike about them, you should still preserve them. That makes you a great
100%.
leader. That makes you a great manager. As soon as you start like trying to throw somebody under the bus, like that's when it's like the loyalty's gone.
Right.
And we're like literally like a family. Like we work together. So
And that's a
even
seed
more
that you're
so.
sowing.
It is. Exactly.
Yeah.
That you will reap
Yes.
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
in the future.
Right. Right.
And my
So-
thing is, too, for the most part, especially when it comes to family or people that you consider to be like family, you can look at each other honestly. Like, I make fun of Tommy all the time because, like, there are certain parts of his life that are like a train wreck. Like, we make fun of him about the car and stuff like that.
Right.
He'll grow out of all of that stuff, but we always make fun of him because, first of all, he can take it, but second of all, we all make fun of each other too about all of our flaws and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he's probably one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life, and he has a lot of things that he needs to grow in. But at the same time, if you look at him as a complete package, you just sit there and go, man, what a great person. If you can't like look at somebody honestly, like my family makes fun of me about all my negatives, and we all say it to each other's face, or we'll say it to like each other or whatever. But at the end of the day, all of us have each other's backs, or they are truths, but they're very lighthearted. It's not like, it's not personal. You always know when somebody has and you should always be able to look at somebody's negatives, but their positives always should, and most of the time they do, far outweigh their negatives. Their positives almost always. So you can laugh at the negatives, but be inspired by the positives in that person, and then like be able to gloat and promote all of the good things.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times we just tend to look at the negatives and never. But as families, like, we should be able to make fun, but at the same time, know that, man, this is a great person,
Right.
and never
Yes.
like. I don't know where I'm going with that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Go
I
too
just,
far.
huh?
Never
Go
go-
too far.
yeah.
Yeah,
You don't want to go too far.
You don't
Yeah.
want to go too far, but at the same time, I mean, I think I think sometimes you get mad at people, and or family members get mad at each other, and they forget the positives. They just keep focusing on the negatives. And then they let the negatives far outweigh the positives, when really, in truth, the positives far outweigh the negatives. You just, and that's how Satan gets an inroad, and kind of like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, I protect my family. I first and foremost protect my relationship with Tom, and I don't ever let anything ever get in that. Never let an inroad of anything. You got to, especially for your kids, you got to protect that relationship. And because it's really the stability of the family.
Yeah.
And then I protect my kids as far as their relationships and then their significant others, because both of them are dating people. And you got to navigate through all of that too. And, but everybody should be somebody that, like Tommy's dating Taya. And thank God, I mean, I adore her. So it works out really great for me.
Yeah.
But even in her expiration date craziness, like so many positive things, right? Like I don't know. You just got to like watch all that stuff. So it's hard though when your kids start dating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hard.
Story.
Because like, I mean, they're at my house. She's at my house all the time, but I feel bad for Courtney because she never sees Taya.
Oh, that's
Courtney's a busy lady.
That's true. Courtney's never home either. But it's tough when your kids get older and then you don't see them and don't get to spend as much time with them anymore. So treasure the time when they're small.
True.
As much as you're like, God, can we go out on a date and get away from these kids?
It's true. No.
Treasure them. So go ahead, girlies.
All right. So if you are on Facebook, like, share, and comment. Head over to Rumble if you can. We've got a chat over in the live, or we've got a live chat going on over in Rumble. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also come over to Rumble as well. But before you go, you can just real quick like it. You can make sure you're subscribed to us and also comment something so we know who's watching. Black Robe is also an option, and the audio podcast will be available later today. If you have any questions, please send them in to askhope@hopehotline.com. And, oh, yes. Okay, good. The Hope Hotline is also on TikTok. We're going to be throwing up some new stuff on there. If you've been following us on YouTube, some of the stuff might look familiar, but we're going to throw it up over on TikTok and get some other people. We usually have a lot of brand new viewers watching. So if you are watching on the Hope Hotline right now and on Hey It's Hope, we are live streaming on TikTok together. So thank you for joining us. And Hope has had some major progress in the last few days. She has not necessarily used rage bait, but that is an idea for the future.
Oh, my gosh. I do. I think that's a necessary evil.
I think it is, especially when
that's
you're
the
feeling
next.
spicy.
I
right?
don't feel spicy that often, or do I?
No. I don't think you do. But if you are, like if you're reading one of the comments and you feel a little spicy, rage bait's always a good idea.
Well, some people got a little spicy in the comment section on one. Like I was like, "Whoa, back her down,
Back her down." Exactly.
hold up, sister."
So yeah,
Or really, it was guys.
Oh, was it mostly guys?
Well, yeah, because it was about engagement rings.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then, and here's the thing.
Okay.
In all
I'm
fairness
coming
to
back.
guys.
Yeah.
In all fairness to guys, right now, like what the question was is about a guy who gave his girlfriend that he had been dating for 5 years the engagement ring that he had purchased for his previous girlfriend.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
And my thing is you're cheap, which you are, and like, hello, why don't you buy something new?
Right.
For this person because the sentiment behind it.
Right.
Now, these guys thought I was trying to say that it's all about the money and like all girls only care about what you drive and the job that you have, which, listen, it's true. That's true.
See, this is rage bait.
This is rage bait.
You could
They're
actually
right
use
though.
this.
I wasn't, listen, and the other women that were commenting were basically saying it's not about the ring size, which is what it wasn't about the ring and how much he spent. It was the fact that he gave his ex fiance's ring to the new fiance.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, like let's be like a little creative and
Right.
think about this is not something. It's way different when you get your mother or your grandmother's ring and then you give it to your
It's an
future.
heirloom, yes.
It's like family.
Right.
It's like that's precious. That's great sentiment.
Yes.
Okay. It's not cool when you give your ex-fiance's ring to your new fiance. Sorry, that was the
Right.
problem. But
That
they
you
were
got at K
thinking,
Jewelers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
but somebody had a great idea.
Okay.
Trade the ring in
Right.
and buy a new one.
100%.
Absolutely.
Duh.
Yes.
But there was no thought brought into it.
No.
Like this guy was literally just like, I got this one in my back
Right.
pocket. Let me give it to you.
Right.
Right.
It's just all
And
it was. And it's like,
expect
not
that
cool.
throughout your whole marriage.
Right.
Because
That's what I said.
Yes.
come on.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Come
Thank you,
on.
Vanessa.
That's what I said. That's what you can expect.
Yeah.
I don't want seconds.
No.
Right.
Sorry.
Nope.
And it wasn't like for me, listen, I should have said, but I didn't. Listen, I married somebody who had no car. He didn't make a lot of money. He sure as heck didn't dress or look like he had any money.
Oh my God.
And my ring that I got was the tiniest little speck that you ever said. But I loved it and I didn't care.
Right.
You know why? Because it's what he could afford and what was special to him for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care about that stuff. But do women nowadays feel like that? Yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The mentality of women today is not good when they're picking men.
Yep.
It's not good. And
not
so
good.
those guys were right,
Right.
but they weren't right about this. But they were right about women. And I will
Yeah.
give them
obviously.
props for that
Yeah.
because they weren't not being, I mean, what they said was actually
Probably
true.
life experience. Right.
True.
Like my son was telling me about, he was watching this, I don't know what it is. It was a podcast and they had women on there and they basically were being asked like, I don't know how it went. I wish I could ask him, but basically it was, what is your perfect guy? And all of it was really about this, about the lifestyle that they would lead and live. And obviously looks were extremely important, but all of it was about, but after it got past the looks, which it was questionable, which one was more important, finances or looks. And I'm like, I just don't get that part.
I know.
Hey, can you turn that air conditioner down? I'm freezing.
No.
So
It's
cold.
like 70 degrees.
Whew. I got to chill. I want to, my mouth wants to chatter. I'm so cold. But that's the state of affairs with women today. And like, there's a lot of great guys out there that can't get a date because they don't have the right job description or they don't have the right car,
Right.
which you don't want those girls
was gonna
anyway.
say.
But at the same time, how shallow.
I know. It's true.
It is very true. I think social media has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like you married Jeff and he made $90, 70 or 90
$70
a week and didn't own a car, correct?
No.
Uh-huh.
We had Metro cards.
Well, you got a Metro card. You're doing great. I remember those days because that's what pretty much all I had too. And did Jer didn't have very much, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
was the sugar mama for a while because
I
my
was
grandma
too.
left me some money. So that's what we lived off of.
I was making $200 a week.
Oh, I was making
the sugar-
$250.
Yeah, I was making.
No,
I was
I mean-
the sugar mama.
I know.
Yeah.
True.
So it just depends. But the roles or the tide has changed.
It has.
Big time.
So I do feel bad for guys because there's some really great guys out there that don't have a lot of money
Yeah.
and they would be quality for a girl, but she won't even give them a chance because she doesn't make the right income, which is ridiculous.
It is.
Because you never know, like for your instance,
Both of us.
yeah, for both of you actually. I'm thinking of her really because I was just there, but really both of you guys,
Literally. I had no idea.
both of you guys are living the bouge, and
Almost.
had you not like
Yeah.
given them a chance,
Right. Yeah.
you wouldn't have the life that you have, you know?
I know.
So it's just, it's crazy.
It really is.
Because you never know where life's going to take somebody.
You don't.
No.
Where they're at now doesn't mean where they'll be in the
Right.
future. So give everybody a shot.
Right. I
Okay.
agree.
Now that the rage bait is done, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, but if you want to follow Hope, well, yes, I do. Just kidding. If you want to follow Hope and possibly her new rage bait, it might be there. But she's answering questions that are true or false right now. So she tells a story, not questions. She tells a story, and you have to decide if it's true or false. And so then she'll come back and do a part 2 and let you know. So if you want to follow along, some of the stories are very interesting. So you definitely don't want to miss it. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure if you're on the Hope Hotline, make sure you're following. Hey, it's Hope. Hi, Norma. I love you.
There's some whoppers.
There's some really good
coming.
ones. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And then you ask me questions, which nobody knows it's you, but now they do.
Everyone knows it's
Okay.
Tracy.
What?
No,
way.
well, I don't know, because people literally have said, "Is
Who
that
is
Tracy?" or "Who is that?"
I know. Probably people that know us, but there's a lot of people that watch these things.
Yeah.
So, So anyway, so that's, So if you want to check us out over there, hey, it's Hope and the Hope Hotline. Those are 2 options for TikTok. Nick Hansen will be here at July 2nd, so you won't want to miss that. We'll find out how rare is it for a car to blow up if you drive it for a year.
Gosh.
And never get the oil change or check the oil.
I'm just telling you, Vanessa, that was miraculous. It's like sandals not wearing out in the desert for 40 years when the Israelites were roaming around. You driving, I'm just telling you from personal experience.
I know.
How in the world did that? It's like a
foolish.
tank of gas lasting for a year.
Yeah. Or a license that is suspended and not getting pulled over for a year. Kind of like that.
Oh my gosh.
Is that you?
No.
That's you? Oh my gosh.
Why would you assume it was me?
Well, Vanessa, let's be honest.
Yeah, I just found out. It's all resolved.
Just
Everything's
now?
resolved. I just found out. And it wasn't my fault.
Gosh.
It wasn't her
It
fault.
was my insurance company's fault. Long story short,
Oh my gosh.
one of the cars thought it didn't have insurance on it. It did, but the state didn't know. So I didn't know.
That the state didn't know.
But the state didn't know because I knew it had insurance. But I checked. So Jer got a scam. Like when Pastor Tom called you, got the same scam. And he's like, hey, I think we didn't pay something, my insurance or my whatever. And I was like, no, it's a scam. Like, I'll check it. So I'm checking it. Something inside of me tells me to check mine.
Sure enough.
It was so bad, I couldn't even fix it online.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because once you get past a certain date,
Yeah,
you can't.
And I was way past, like a year, 2 days ago. So I had to go in and they told me, oh, just wait until the year mark because then something gets waived. So I told Vanessa and Vanessa's like, when you go in, it's going to be so easy. You're going to be met with favor. The person's already going to have known, like they've already done it. It's going to be so easy. And I went in and this lady had no idea. And she was like,
found
no,
out.
you need like a certificate. I'm like, no. I got everything I needed from the lady over there. And then sure enough, the girl sitting right next to her had just done one. And it was done in 2 seconds. I only had to pay
Favor
$6
of the Lord.
It ain't
to
fair.
reinstate it.
Raise
But I've been riding dirty for a very long time, which
A
proves I'm
very
an
long
excellent driver because I haven't been pulled over in a whole year.
That is true.
That's pretty good.
That's
And
very true.
And I drive a lot and I see a lot of cops.
I haven't been pulled over in a really long time.
Our angels, our guardian
I
angels,
know, they're
work
very
full-time.
busy.
Full time over
Hope
here.
too. Her oil, her tires,
Oh my gosh, my tires. I went through, I don't know, like
So many.
so many.
so many. And I keep getting nails and I have to keep getting plugs. I feel bad for Nick. I'm keeping the man's business alive.
That's so funny. For real.
I kid you not. Last year, that black truck of Tom's probably was in the shop every month for
was my
about
Jeep.
6 months.
Oh, man.
I know. Same.
And it was not cheap every single time.
Same.
Then Tommy fractured his face.
Yes,
I
he
remember
did.
that.
I'm just telling you, like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel. But you know what? Nobody would even have known that thing, like all those things, because you don't sit here and like, let me tell you about my bad day. Let me tell you about my bad day to everybody that you talk to. Where a lot of other people,
yeah.
that's what they do. Like every time you talk to them, oh, how's things going? Well, actually, I just, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so nobody would even know you were going through all that stuff.
Yep.
That's an
I have
uncommon.
a laundry list. I could keep going.
Me too.
But I shall
Should we?
not.
Do you want to have
Well,
a
here's
podcast?
the thing. You know what? Here's the thing. You know why I don't? Well, there's a couple reasons I don't.
Yeah.
One is It's always exciting to see how God's going to take you from the place that you're in to take you out of it.
True.
Okay. It's always for me, like, it's always, I always say, because like Tom's like, oh, and I'm like, Tom's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, no. God has always done it.
Always.
So this is no different.
Yeah.
How and when, I do not know, but it will, because it always does.
Amen.
And I'm not worried about it. And I
Amen.
never do. So he doesn't worry about it because he doesn't even know anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
There you go.
But like, when we were building that garage, like even with Bill, I was like, Bill, like, holy crap, every time you turn around, it's, but even then I told him, because he'd be like, and I'm not worried about it. Somehow, some way, it'll work its way out. And it always does. You just can't focus on those things because there's no faith. The other reason I don't talk about it is there's no faith in the words that you speak if they speak negatively. So I don't say anything because I don't want to be opposite of what I'm standing on. Second of all, I know God always works it out. And there's one thing Kenneth Hagin always says, and I say this every single day, and sometimes more than once, but Kenneth Hagin, when he was walking through things, we'll just talk about finances. When he was walking through financial, everybody has ebbs and flows of where finances are there.
Yep.
There's a lot, they're plentiful, and then there's where it's like you're pinching the penny and getting as much out of that sucker as you possibly can. Everybody, because the thing is it's like I was talking to Vanessa's husband, Jeff. You guys are building that building. Well, that's every time you turn around, somebody else.
It's a cost.
It's a cost.
Yeah.
So there are always times where you have lots and lots, and then like us trying to fix this building. Okay, it's ebbs and flows and things like that. Where was I going with this? Oh, but what Kenneth Hagin said is he would say, because he knew what it was like to have plenty, and he knew what it was like to be in want, and he knew what it was like to have to borrow and not have the money to pay back what you borrowed, and almost having it, taken from you. And he said that he used to pray, and he stopped praying over his finances, which I don't pray over our finances, really. I say the same thing, and it's worked. It does work. He would say, the Lord told him to say, don't pray about money anymore. I want you to speak to the problem, speak to it. And he would say, Satan, take your hand off my money. And he would say, ministering spirits, because we have angels that go and come for us. Ministering spirits cause the money to come, and we would release it out. And he said every single time he would see what he was needing come about and come in. And he's like, there's no explanation for it outside of you're speaking things into existence. You're believing for it. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And it's all about, now some people who aren't Christians would sit there and go, that's the power of positive thinking. Well, that is the Bible. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
But it's not a worldly philosophy. It is a biblical
As if we
principle.
stole that from them.
Right.
I
You
know.
know what I mean? Like,
Amen.
you took that from us.
Yeah, that was ours.
I pay my tithes.
Yeah.
Back it up.
I pay my tithes,
Yep.
and then I give my offerings. And because of that, the word is clear.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Every need will be met. It doesn't say that the
Right.
need will be met exactly in this specific time. It means that every need will be met in his timing, and it will never fail. And it just doesn't. So I don't
Right.
I don't worry about those things. And people who don't pay your tithe, you should be worried. Because
True.
the Malachi 3:8 is very clear. You don't rob God.
Correct.
Preach.
And so, like, that's just the way it is. But I also don't live on a budget because I'm not putting God in a box and saying, as long as I live in this little realm or in this little thing, if God tells me I can do it, then I do it.
Yeah.
And then I know the money will come.
Very true.
So I don't live by fear or whatever. And that's the other thing. So do what he tells you to do. Nothing more, nothing less, and just believe that if he told you to do it, things will come about and work out the way it's supposed to. But with that being said, women, do not date somebody based on their income.
No.
You'll hurt yourself for that. You'll miss maybe the best thing that ever came your way if you do.
Yeah. It's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
women, marry the person that
God tells you to.
God confirms.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he knows you better than you know yourself.
True.
Because on paper, Jeff was a hot mess express. And
Yes, he was.
if I would have allowed my own carnal mind,
And probably what people said to you too,
and
right?
I lost friendships. I
Yeah.
lost people that I love dearly
Right.
because of, my decision to marry Jeff to this day, to this very day. Because I think now they're more embarrassed than anything.
Right.
You know
Of
what I mean?
course.
To come back and be like, I was wrong.
Yeah. 'Cause
Um,
there's fruit.
But if I let my carnal nature take over what the Lord himself told me,
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have been, who knows?
You would have
Yeah.
missed out of the best,
Lit-
the
I-
best thing that probably ever
I
happened
might
to you.
be on a corner on 42nd Street.
No, she'd be in some like other cult, like some feminist cult.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she would. She'd be like,
With a shaved head.
yes.
Oh my gosh. Vanessa, a feminist?
Yes.
Never.
She would go the total opposite way. She's sick of like those
Oh my
cult,
gosh.
like long dresses, no bra.
I would be a Hare Krishna.
Oh my gosh. Is that even around anymore?
I don't know, but they
don't
would come
either.
into the subway with their tambourines.
They were in the Pentagon.
Oh my
I
gosh.
used
no
to,
way.
yeah, oh yeah, because Pentagon back in the day was open, and my grandmother worked in there.
Oh, okay.
So we would go down there, and we'd go to the Pentagon, and the Hare Krishnas be sitting there, cross-legged, tambourines, bald heads,
Some
singing their.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what they're singing, but they're
Oh,
always
Singing
singing.
something.
They were singing something.
That's so good.
It was something else. I'd be like, "What is?" Just keep
Have you
walking.
ever seen a Hare Krishna?
No, but
In
I can
person? You
have never?
No, never.
Oh,
Never.
man,
Oh
it's
my
the best.
gosh.
No, because even when I lived in Massachusetts, we never went into Boston. Like, who goes into the city? Now I love it, but
Right.
back in the day,
Yeah,
country
I don't know,
bumpkins.
it's pretty wild.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
I have a question. What would you logistically tell somebody to do that's a new believer if they feel like everything is against them and they don't know enough Bible yet, and they want to talk to somebody that knows more that could help them, like a mentor? What should they do? Like, when do they decide if they should go to that person and kind of like talk about the things because they just don't know enough yet, versus not say anything at all? Like, what would you suggest?
Well, everybody needs to be discipled.
Right.
Everybody. I think that they need to find the same sex person as themselves,
Okay.
and then get involved in some kind of, for example, if the person was coming to our church,
Yeah.
I would highly suggest that they go to Skylar and Janelle Schisler's Bible study on Wednesday nights.
The essentials.
The essentials, because it's going to teach you the foundational things that you need to know, along with understanding that the Bible is actually the true Word of God. So it's going to teach you two different things. It's going to teach you like how to stick to your Christian walk, because you know that you know that you know that Jesus is the Savior and that you needed to be saved.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that that no matter what, if somebody was to try and pull you out of Christianity, you'd be so grounded because you know it is the truth. Like that the Dead Sea Scrolls actually prove that Jesus, the Bible, the stories, everything in it is actually factual. The prophecies, that so many have come to pass, that is actually not something that people can disprove.
Right.
Okay, so you get grounded in knowing that you are actually following the true gospel. That there is no big like everybody's thinking like that there's a higher power. Okay, this is the higher power. There is no higher power, and you will know that no matter where you go, if you walk away from Christianity, you'll understand, and you'd have to lie to yourself in knowing that whatever, cult that you went down, that it's actually a cult, that it's not the true word of God, that it's not what's real. Then what their Bible study also teaches is like the foundational things, like the 4 essentials, which is so powerful and so important. And Vanessa talks about it all the time because it will radically change your life like it did her, which is the 4 essentials. Tell everybody, Vanessa.
Bible study, worship, fellowship, and prayer.
If you
do those 4 things
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
you will have a transformed life.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes.
Take the 30-day challenge.
Yes. If you get involved in that Bible study, it teaches you the 4 essentials. It teaches you how to get there. But I would not suggest that someone in that Bible study be the person that disciples you. Mm-hmm. Then what I would do is I would ask the Lord to, like you when you're finding a mate, Lord, pick out my mate for me. You would ask the Lord, I am needing and longing for someone to lead, guide, and direct me in my walk with you and get me strong in you. And you'll be shocked because what will happen is the Lord will cross your paths and you'll probably know instantaneously that's the person. Mm-hmm. But the odds are the Lord will also speak to them and make sure that they know that you're their person. It happens all the time. Yeah. It happens to me all the time. I have several people in my life that I have kind of taken under my wing or I discipled them. And pretty much every single time I have felt like this person I'm supposed to do that with, the Lord pretty much at both at the same time tells us.
That's good.
So it's no great mystery and it's no like, kind of thing. It's like, I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And so that's what'll happen. But if you're a hot mess, you need to get yourself involved. If you're a female, I strongly suggest you go to Abide. You go, which is Tuesday mornings. If you work, I mean, you really should be at the church every time the doors are open, really, when you're newly saved, so that you really get saturated in the word, but also fellowshipping with like-minded believers, because that's iron sharpens iron, and you're gonna like literally need to be around people who are stronger believers than you to help you stay on the straight and narrow. So not necessarily disciple you, but keep you where you're supposed to be. Women's Bible study is Monday night. Men's Bible study is Monday night. You can't go wrong with either of those. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I'd be here every single time the door opens. And then if you're in your 20s, then there's Tuesday nights, which if you're, married couples do go, but it's not really, it's more meant for college and career. So if you're college or in career, go to that. Then there's married couple ones. I mean, there's pretty much something for everybody. Mm-hmm. There's a 50-pluser, which is coming up. Mm-hmm. Which is actually, it's funny that it's the message, because I'm going to be speaking for the 50 plus this month, this one coming up, and it's actually about this. I just got done pretty much writing the message 2 days ago, and that's basically what it's on.
Love it.
So
yeah, we have YAG, which is one thing. We have 50 plus. We have a once a month ladies hub group called Virtuous. We have soul winning every Saturday. We have a young adults committed. We have a Wednesday night essentials and a Wednesday night love and respect. We have a youth group for high school. And then we have a podcast that runs Monday through Friday, Pastor Tom's. And then we have this podcast. And then we have a men's hub and a women's hub on Monday night. We have Crave throughout the year, which is our night of worship. Dare to Be is coming up very soon.
Yep.
We have a girls' gun club, and we have a Sunday. Well, that's the other one. Obviously, we have Sunday service. So there is so many opportunities to get plugged in. And like Vanessa always says, if you're newly saved, do the opposite. So if you were always going, out to restaurants with your girlfriends and drinking was involved, like, don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Do this instead. So
Yes.
it's a good
You're
idea
in
to do the opposite.
season right now.
Yes.
As a new believer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I did when I got my life right with God.
Yeah.
I literally made sure every single time that door was open and it's something that I could be a part of,
Yep.
Yeah.
then I was. I even went to
Good.
Bible studies that weren't in the church.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about that.
Right. Vet them out.
Yes. You got to be super careful about that because a lot of times Bible studies become gossip sessions and disgruntled. I'm mad at this person. They're mad at me. It's like a whole bunch of lies.
True.
That's the truth. A lot of these Bible studies where they're gossiping about people they're offended, by and all this other stuff. A lot of times it's only one side of the story and it's a whole bunch of lies. It's just the truth. I mean, more times than not, it's not actually how things are.
Right.
And
And a good leader won't even let that happen. So if it is happening,
then the leader is probably participating.
Exactly.
correct.
And you need to stay away from that Bible study because it's like Sin City.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should
And if you
not- that
realize,
sh-
like, you become the average of the people that you surround yourself with. So really take inventory on who you
Yes.
surround yourself
Right.
with. And
yes.
yeah.
You know what? Going to gossip really quick. You know how when if I hear of people gossiping or whatever, I'm always like, okay, well, who are they talking about? And then you find out who they're talking about, and then you find out if that person's talking, and if that person's not talking and not the one sinning, they're probably the one that's right.
True.
It's true. The one that keeps their mouth closed, understands the true word of God and understands the ramifications of doing the very thing that the other people are doing. They keep their mouth shut.
True.
And those people usually are the ones that are in the right versus the ones that are running their mouths. I'm always like, and it's always the same old people. It's always the same old people. Recognize that.
Yeah.
And if you're new, understand that people are people,
Right.
and people mess up,
Right.
and don't let them influence you
Right.
to think Christianity or Christians are hypocrites.
Or
They
God.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, or God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at God for the way Christians act.
Right.
Christians act. It's
Right.
not God's fault.
And also understand,
Yep.
like, your mentor or the person that is discipling you, that person is not your Holy Spirit. So you have to kind of also know that you can also go into the throne room and inquire of the Lord yourself, and then allow that person to kind of like help navigate you in that. Because a lot of times when you kind of like cling to the person that you're like that's discipling you, and you rely on them solely on what to do and what decisions to make, and
Right.
Always,
Yeah.
always. If somebody wants to tell you something about how you should live or whatever about instruction on the way that you should go, or if you are a hot mess and you're like, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? Unless it's like going to Burger King and they're going to tell you like, it's okay for you to do this. Make them give you scripture that tells you that it's okay.
Good idea.
Because a lot of times people, they'll say, this isn't wrong. It's okay. But they can't back up anything it's just how they feel, or it's their new mindset on things, or whatever it is. I don't know. Lots of people have lots of theologies and theories on things. And a lot of them I've heard, and I'm like, how in the world? That's not even biblical. Okay. So
Right.
always, even like if you go and listen to somebody preach, always go home, take those scriptures, watch that sermon again or whatever about whatever you had questions about. Don't take everything for face value. Make sure you always look up scripture because people get it wrong.
Yeah.
Make sure it's truly in the word.
Right.
True.
Super important.
Yeah.
Don't let people lead you astray.
Nah,
And then you got to fix all of that nonsense.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it at all.
Okay, so we're only going to do one question because it's 5 minutes. Sorry about that. But I'm not really that
No,
sorry.
it's good.
Okay.
It's necessary.
It is what it is sometimes. I don't know how I got off on the first thing, but it's all right.
This is a hot topic right now, so it's good.
No, my very first thing before you even did announcements.
Okay.
I don't even know how I got onto
You know,
that. Whatever.
That's the Hope Hotline.
It's Friday.
And it's Friday.
Try it. So this one is, I recently got engaged, but my fiance and I are struggling to stay pure. We both repented, but it keeps happening. Are we setting ourselves up for failure in marriage? Should we delay the wedding or break up?
Oh my God.
Oh. Hello.
Potentially, yes, you are setting yourself up for failure in your marriage. And this is not me saying this. This is statistics saying it. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's not good. Crossing lines, I mean, it's a biblical principle. But it's funny how the biblical principle has ramifications that even the world will recognize.
Yeah.
Because you can't deny it.
Right.
So I'm going to read you the statistics. I'm going to read you what I found. Is the higher marital satisfaction is it's a study that was published by Journal of Family Psychology, and this was done in 2010. So it's probably gotten worse.
Probably.
Their study found that couples who waited until marriage to have sex reported higher relationship stability, better communication, and greater sexual quality later in the marriage. Goes to show you the theory of I got to test drive the car before I take it out
Right.
is not true.
There you go.
I don't know if I'll like it. Okay, that's the craziest pile of poo I've ever heard.
I know,
but
it is.
it's poo. You don't need to test drive the car. If this is your person, whatever. On average, they scored 20% higher on relationship satisfaction than those who began sexual activity early in their relationship. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine what the stats are today?
I'll have to check.
Because this is old. Lower divorce rates. So they have lower divorce rates than people who actually had sex prior to marriage. Nicholas H. Wolfinger in a 2016 study said women who had no sexual partners before marriage had the lowest risk of divorce. Isn't that crazy? Way to go, Vanessa.
I know, right? I feel completely seen right now.
That's right, girl. Risk increased progressively with more partners before marriage. Like when I think if it stayed in here, it's crazy. Like I think I pulled it out because it didn't really apply, but the number of people who had 5 to 10, the statistics of divorce was like really, really high. Just from 5 to 10. Nowadays, like that's a low number for people and their sexual partners.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
Wow.
Lots of people have had way more than 10. It's true.
Oh, I believe it.
Crazy.
Look at that one chick who
Oh, I know.
Wait, which one?
You don't even have to say.
the one for 24 hours, I think it was. Was it 24 hours?
Did 100?
I think she did more than 100.
No, it was like 1,000.
It was 1,000. Yes.
Then she got pregnant with one of them.
Nuh-uh. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Is that gossip?
It's all on the news.
Okay.
True.
It's like gossip.
She got pregnant?
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
How was she? Okay, never mind.
False news.
Then there's then number 3 is delayed gratification equals long-term gains. So delayed gratification, waiting until you get married, equals long-term gains. So it says waiting to have sex is associated with better conflict resolution skills. Why? Because you had to talk. Like me and Tom, all we did was talk for 3 years.
Right.
True.
So our communication skills were off the charts. Because that's all we did. People literally, he would come and see me while he was on duty because I was in his zone. And we would sit there and talk until he had a call or whatever. And literally, people would be like, what are you guys doing? We're just talking. They're like, for this long? I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stronger emotional bonds built without sexual distraction. So you have a strong emotional bond towards one another. It's true, though.
I believe that.
Speaking from experience, Vanessa.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yep.
Tracy, yeah. Like, just saying, it's true. It's completely true. Take it from 3 people who would know. Shared values and long-term commitment mindset. So that's the last thing that you'll gain from it. Shared values and long-term commitment mindset. And I think that's 100% accurate. If you want to stay pure, you can give some suggestions too, ladies. But if you want to stay pure and never like have an accident again, like make a mistake again, no, never be alone.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Always be with friends and family.
Right.
No matter what. Mm-hmm. If you can't keep your hands off each other, never be alone. But I would not say to cancel the wedding. I would not say cancel the wedding.
Neither.
And I would not say break up.
Either.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you were living together and you conceded and you decided to get married. I would say you guys need to like find out if you're each other's person first. Pray about it and see if God's telling you that you're each other's person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a break that way. Not necessarily break up though. Take a break
Right.
and figure it out.
Yeah.
But in this case, you've been trying to stay pure. You've had accidents. And so the heart's in the right place from the beginning.
Right.
So I would just say, don't break up. Just never be alone.
Yeah.
Right.
That's smart.
And you should be fine.
And if the Lord does give you the green light, go to the courthouse. Get married.
But then make sure that everybody knows that make sure everybody knows that you actually got married so that they're not thinking that you're sinning.
Right, exactly.
Because you're not
Post it
supposed
on
to
social media.
Yeah,
my
you're not
gosh.
supposed to like be
Facebook official.
You're supposed to abstain from all appearance of evil.
True.
Yeah. Sure.
So if you do that, because you might make somebody else.
Stumble. Yeah, totally.
That's it, people.
It's good.
Minute
Change your
40.
status on all your social media accounts as married.
Facebook official.
Yeah.
Yep.
So lots of people do it. I've known lots of people who get married and then have a wedding afterwards.
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty normal now.
Yeah.
I don't think
agree.
it's that big of a deal. I know there's plenty of people who take issue with it. Oh my gosh. But for me, I'm like, if you want to do that and then have it be so everybody can see it, I mean, it's because you don't want to let everybody, like, kudos to you for spending the money for everybody to actually be able
Right.
to watch something and make it special and then celebrate you getting married. If you're willing to spend that money,
Go right ahead.
go right ahead. Exactly. And then all of us get to celebrate with you. But if you just want to run off and get married and not do all of that and it just be
okay, too.
personal between the two of you,
Yeah.
do that too. It's your life.
True.
I mean, for me, I would hate to miss my kids getting married, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
It's not the end of the world.
And
They're going to
at the
like
end of
be
the
in
day,
my
it's not
family
about
forever.
me.
Right.
What is that?
And at the end of the day, it's not about me.
Right.
Exactly. It's what do they want?
not.
What is
It's what
special
they want.
between them?
Yeah.
If they
I
want
want it
it
to be about
private
me,
and it
but-
be super special between just the two of them, so be it. So be it. It's not like they're going to be removed from your life forever. It's one moment in time.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
True.
People make big deals out of nothing.
True.
It's a moment in time. All right. That's it.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
That's
I'm
it.
ready to start my weekend. Well, actually, I'm not going to start my weekend because I'm going to still work. But
And it's Father's Day weekend.
it's Father's Day weekend.
Make your man feel special this weekend.
As we like to say in the Lively House, give lots of rubbies.
Okay.
Yes.
Give lots of rubbies.
A lot of snacks.
A lot of snacks.
Maybe sit with him and watch a Hallmark movie. I have
Is
a
it-
good one I can recommend.
Is it Husband Day or Father's Day? Oh.
So my kids need to go and sit with their father
Yes. Yes.
and watch a movie
And you don't have to.
that's hideous with him.
Right. And you don't have to.
I
He's
do
not your
have
father.
to. Norm will be happy to
Don't
do
call
so.
anybody father.
Norm will be.
if I
Jagger
call
will be
him
right
Daddy?
there with him. I think Jagger even likes Hallmark movies.
Really?
Do you, Talia?
Whoa.
Oh dear God,
I know.
I'm in
Sorry.
big trouble.
You are in big trouble, especially at Christmas
Tommy
time.
and me are gonna be by ourselves, hanging out. Both of us will be taking a nap, while yahoos are out there watching Hallmark with him. He probably won't even.
It's funny.
So that means Vanessa won't be watching Hallmark.
No, I'll be watching an Alaska show.
That's nice.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Port
I
protection.
think me and Jeff should have gotten married, and you and Tom should have gotten married. I'm not kidding you.
No, opposites attract.
It's true.
You,
I
you
don't know.
have to
Listen,
be
me and Jeff
opposites.
probably could have taken over the world.
Literally. No, I believe
No,
that.
that would've
I
happened.
literally believe
You
that.
might have killed each other along the way.
You would own
No,
this whole
I don't think
area.
I don't
No?
think we would have killed each other because both of us are like whatever.
Okay,
Right.
that's
Personalities.
They
True.
would
That's
have
true.
separate bedrooms, though.
You might have separate bedrooms.
Nah, probably
Come
not.
together.
No, probably not. I can't be away from my man.
Oh my gosh.
Not gonna
I
happen.
feel you.
I feel you.
I feel you.
Nope. But yeah, so
That's funny. No, you would definitely own
We
this
should
whole
do
strip.
We should do wife swap. Remember that show?
I loved that show.
And just see what happens after a week.
it's pure Talia. There's nothing
Talia and
inappropriate.
I
There's no
would- no,
swinging
no,
going on
no, no.
whatsoever.
I just like, and then Talia and I can film it, and it could be a reality show.
I will be twitching.
Oh my gosh! Like oh my gosh! Whoever ended up with Tom,
Vanessa, I'm
I'd be
thinking
twitching.
like
she might cry.
I would.
you would cry.
I would.
You would cry.
She might cry.
I
You
would.
cry.
He needs a hard personality.
Yeah. The fifth Slurpee run, I'd be like, I'm out.
That's true.
I'm out.
That's true.
Bye.
That's true. She'd be Uber eating, or Uber door dashing them. She's like, I'm
Like,
done.
listen, I'm not going again for you, but I'll definitely DoorDash
Tapping
it.
out. Let's go.
That was it. You met your quota.
He's got to have his Slurpees. That is not an option.
Listen, it would be a funny
That's
show.
That's as essential as the 4 essentials.
That's true.
Slurpees.
It's his fifth essential.
100%. So, all right,
Okay.
ladies, I love
Okay.
you. We
All
love
right.
you guys
Love you
too.
guys.
We will see ya on Sunday if you attend Foundation Church. Otherwise, we will see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Real talk.